Welcome to this week's episode of the Spartan News. I'm Penelope Geese.
And I'm Stefan. Today we will be covering Madrigals, information about Infinite Campus, the wrestling team, and more, all in this week's episode of the Spartan News.
Are you interested in being on stage? Auditions for the upcoming winter play titled Fools will be in the auditorium from 3:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
The office is revising the students' turn in their service hours. If you have a service hours, collect a Spartan service claim, form in the main office, and return it with a counselor signature to Mrs. Hilton.
If you ordered a class ring or letter jacket, Herf Jones will be in the cafeteria today during lunch periods to deliver your purchase. Bring your balance to pick up your product and know that personal checks will not be accepted. You can also pay online at their website, herfjonesil.com.
This past week, Sycamore High School Choir held their annual Madrigals performance. Let's go to Mason for a quick recap.
Madrigals held their annual performances this past Thursday and Friday. Madrigals is a Renaissance-based group of students that sing carols, exchange dialogue on stage in a play-like fashion, all while entertaining guests. Elements of the show included entertainment of the royal court, a duel between performers, and Renaissance-themed music played and sung by SHS students. Performers had a great time with their peers, as well as seniors performing for their final year, saying it was an incredible experience singing and acting with everyone. The night was ended with Christmas carols sung by everyone and a final goodbye to the audience. For the Spartan News, I'm Mason Dukes.
Thanks, Mason. Good job to all performers. It looked like everyone had a great time.
Are you checking your Infinite Campus daily? We head over to Caroline Trisnut with Mr. Holstein for some more information about why Infinite Campus is important.
I'm the technology guy here at the high school.
Why should we use Campus Student?
Campus Student is the new updated app from Infinite Campus. The old app, you'd have to refresh and it wasn't too good as far as functionality. The new app is updates in real time. So as a student, if you have the app, you get your updated grades, attendance, assignments, everything pop right into the app. And it runs just like any other app you're used to these days. The benefits are you can see all your grades in real time. I know in the past some students have had problems with the refresh button of the old app. And the real-time grades, real-time assignments, and then you could actually see what assignments you have coming up as far as a planner. And there's a few other real cool features in the app that, you know, when you play around with it, like any app, the more you play with it, the more you learn, the more functional it is. It's a good way to keep up with your grades. You can see what your grades are, in progress grades, anytime, any place. And you could also see what your assignments are, and you can see what's upcoming ahead. The new app is a mirror image of what you would log into on a Chromebook or a computer. So whatever you see on your Chromebook or computer is going to be exactly what you see on the app. So the functionality, everything from grades to assignments to behavior to schedule, you'll get notifications if you have interventions. Everything will come right through the app via push notifications, so you don't have to worry about your email getting clogged up and things like that come via push notification. And go ahead, keep an eye on your school email. What we'll do is we'll send out an email to all students, and there'll be a link to the new app for the Apple Store and Google Play Store.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
That's about it.
All right, thank you so much.
Caroline Holstein.
We now go to a short break. Stay tuned, Spartans.
Hey, yo, Nelly, what's wrong?
I'm just worried about Julio.
No, he's been acting weird lately.
The holidays are only a few weeks away, but some say it's never too early to get into the holiday spirit. Christmas movies are an entertaining way to get festive, but here at Spartan News, we had to wonder, what makes a Christmas movie? We go to Jackson to hear more.
We've all heard the debates. Is this a Christmas movie? Is that a Christmas movie? With the season for these films right around the corner, the time couldn't be better to straighten things out with the help of the Spartans.
A Christmas movie to me, well, there's two different kinds. One is just one that takes place during Christmas, and the other one that is more thematic, so like the themes of like family and friendship and all that.
Just because Christmas happens to be within the duration of the movie doesn't necessarily make it a Christmas movie.
It has to have elements of Christmas in it.
Like joy and hope.
How would you consider the following Christmas movies? Die Hard.
Yeah, that one follows the first criteria of it just taking place during Christmas.
No.
I've never actually seen the movie Die Hard, but from what I've been told, it's not a Christmas movie.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
That one is like ultimate because it's both Halloween and Christmas, so.
I feel like the Nightmare Before Christmas is kind of double-sided. I feel like there are elements of Christmas in it. On the other hand, it doesn't capture the joy of the season and the actual like reason for Christmas.
Iron Man 3 is probably the worst of the Iron Man movies, but it's still a Christmas movie because it takes place during the time, yeah.
No.
Iron Man 3's got to be a no.
My Christmas movie would have to probably be the Jim Carrey version of The Grinch, not the new one because that's garbage.
Elf. I like Elf. That's a good one. And Elf and It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Those are my two favorite.
My favorite Christmas movie is definitely Miracle on 34th Street because I really feel like it captures the joy of the season and it shows how Christmas really should be.
For the Spartan News, this is Jackson Thompson with Allison Fidalis. Now back to the studio.
I don't know if I ever would have considered some of those Christmas movies. It's interesting to hear what Spartans think about these.
With the snowstorm from last week officially kicking off the sledding season, we go to Tori Kenny to find out more about the sledding hill at the New Sycamore Community Center.
I'm here at the Sycamore Community Center, which was built earlier this year. We got a chance to speak with Sarah Rex about the sledding hill that was built for the winter months.
Sycamore has quite a long history of sledding, but they were always man-made structures. So it's been several decades now since we've had one of those structures in use, and when we asked the community what recreational opportunities they wanted, they put Sled Hill on the list. So our architects came up with a really unique design to incorporate it into the Legacy campus and specifically the building. I think families come because it's fun, outdoor, winter activity. It's free. It's also accessible. If someone uses a wheelchair, they can take our elevator up to the top and use the track to access the top of the hill. We also have a warming area for the parents to kind of stand and warm up while the kids are sledding, and it's just fun, good free winter fun.
I understand that there were concerns from members of the community about the length of the landing zone facing the street not being long enough. What safety measures have been taken to keep the children sledding safe?
We're certainly going to keep an eye on that. We've only had maybe a couple days of good sledding so far this year. So as you can see now, as we identify hazards, we can put up hay bales and snow fence and kind of not only designate sledding areas, but also use the hay bales to kind of slow kids down if they start getting too close. The hill does have use hours, which are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. All of our parks are dawn to dusk, so really just at 9 p.m. the light goes off at the top. Our rule of thumb is that it should have about 2 inches of snow and no grass showing.
Where is the community center located?
It's on Airport Road, just across the street from the sports complex.
For Spartan News, I'm Tori Kenny.
What a great way to get into the winter spirit. Maybe I'll check it out next time it snows. Thanks, Tori.
We will now go to a short break. When we return, we will talk about this week's sports news.
The wrestling team has started up and is in full swing. We now go to reporter Stephen Janrod for more information on the team.
This week, the Spartan News had the chance to talk to some of the Sycamore High School wrestling team members about their season, their goals, and overall their favorite part of wrestling.
I'm Trevor Barilla. I'm the varsity 120 pounder. My goal is to be on top of that state podium at the end of the year. I'm hoping our team will place the state as well.
I'm Zach Kazumplik. I'm our varsity 170 pounder this year. Season's going good. We started off with a quad last Saturday and we went 2-1, so not bad, but we got some room to improve. My favorite part of wrestling is avenging those losses that you have early in the season, later in the year, and just looking back and seeing how much growth you've had throughout the season.
I'm Colton Berg, the 160-pound varsity wrestler, and this season's actually going pretty good so far. We came up short in our last duel at the quad last week, losing to the number 4th ranked team in the state by 1 point. Yeah, my favorite part about wrestling is probably the grind and getting better every single day.
We also got the chance to talk to the head coach and hear his goals for this season.
I am Coach Nelson, the head wrestling coach at Sycamore High School. I hope that our wrestlers continue to compete hard and continue to train hard and get themselves prepared and ready for the conference tournaments and at the end of the year, regionals, sectionals, and hopefully we get a handful of guys down to the state tournament and maybe possibly qualify as a team as well.
For the Spartan News, I'm Stephen Jamrog with Kay Theriot.
Thank you for the information, Stephen. We can't wait to hear more about how the rest of the season plays out.
Last week, we talked to the boys' coach, Mr. Piccolotti, about how the season is going. He said, of course, we are disappointed going 1-3, but there were a lot of positives that we can build on. We need to keep believing in the team and getting better every day. We need to be better on the boards, execute on offense and defense, and push the tempo all game. We also talked to Brock Alexander, a guard, about his goals for the season. He said he has worked hard on all of his shots to become a knockdown shooter and have worked hard to get into better shape and become the fast-paced team they hope to be.
Come cheer on the boys tomorrow here at Sycamore High School as they face off against Burlington Central. The action starts at 7 p.m. Hope to see you there, Spartans.
This week, we go to Jared Carlson to learn more about this week's Spartan Challenge.
It's time for the Spartan Challenge!
So on today's Spartan Challenge, me and the boys here are going to play a game of horse, except it's not going to be horse, it's psycho, spelled S-Y-C-O, maybe an S. It's going to be fun.
Finley Callahan, come from the 7th grade team.
Josh Tozak, friends play basketball.
The Jared Carlson, probably the best basketball player in all of Sycamore.
Interesting. We hope he's okay.
That's all we have for this week. I'm Stefan.
And I'm Penelope. Have a great day, Spartans.